Joined by our Marion Toyota player of the game, Jarrett Hensley today. 20 points for Jarrett, 7 of 13, 4 of 9 from 3. Was a huge part of that first half run for the Salukis, where they led for the first 17 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. 6 rebounds to boot for Jarrett Hensley as well, and had a block as well in 32 minutes. Jarrett, I know really right now everybody feels more frustrated with how the game ended in the first half than that big 18-0 run. What did you sense of being on the floor was the biggest hurdle and obstacle in that run today for Northern Iowa?
Yeah, I think to end the first half, like right off the bat, I took a bad shot. I think with the clock, we had time on the clock, so I got to be better with clock management. And we just kind of gave up that little run. We let 32 get to his left downhill, and we just kind of gave him life. I thought first half we were, on our toes, and we were really, determined to come out here with the win. And I think we just kind of gave him life at the end of the first half and beginning of the second. You
made some big shots here, but did you sense as a team that it was the defensive effort feeding your offense to start this game, and if so, why?
For sure. I think, Coach, he preaches, getting stops, getting kills, 3 stops in a row, and I felt we were keeping off the glass for a good amount of the first half too, and kind of running and playing our game. And I think we were just we were hungry in the first half. We were together, and we were just playing really hard.
Jarrett, you were noticeably more aggressive. Was that because you made your first couple shots, or is it something that a mental approach that you took to the game? I know Coach talked to us just a minute ago about him challenging you. Did that have a factor? Man, you played a whale of a ball game.
For sure, Coach did. He challenged me. He put me on 32. He's a heck of a player, and he just said, what are you going to do with him? And, kind of challenged me. So I was ready. I woke up out of my pregame nap today ready and determined, and I think I just wanted to, try to do my part to help the team win. And, I think, we're really close. We just got to put together a full 40.
Jorge Marino was a very strong defensive presence on Hudson. Hudson was having his way. He was playing like a senior where he was just going to go play bully ball. And when Moreno came in, it seemed to change things. What are you seeing out of Jorge, both in practice and that translate to this game today?
Yeah, I think, like you said, it started in practice. He had a really good couple of days of practice when we came back. And I think he's just a great teammate, whether he doesn't get any minutes or gets his time in the game, he's always ready. He doesn't have an attitude. He's a great teammate. He's always, at least he's talking to me, he's always talking to me, telling me what he sees on the floor. So I think when he got in the game, man, he was determined, he was ready. I told him, I was proud of him. I was really proud, even though we had a foul, he went up and blocked it, and I thought that was, a really big play for us just because he kind of sets the tone and when he got in. So I was proud of him.
Oligbe got his first start, and I would guess if we were to ask him right now in this moment what he thought of the game, he'll say he would like to forget about it. But the reality is he was a plus 13 on the plus minus when he was in there. He had 8 rebounds, led you guys in rebounding. What I loved about what you did in this game as much as scoring the basketball, when he had a couple bad possessions, he had a couple turnovers, you were the first one to get to him, say, get to the next play, go, let's keep your head up. How important is that to you for not only him but your team and that part of you going forward in this conference season to take that role on?
For sure, I think as for Rollins, being a freshman first start, he had a load. 11 was a heck of a player. He had a great game, but I think for Rollins, being that freshman, it's a lot of highs and lows throughout your freshman year, and I'm trying to be that guy to tell him next play, just keep going. Because we really need him. He's a really important part of our team. He's got a lot of skill. He's physical. He's big. He's got the body to be a great player in this league. And, I think he's just got to keep building and watch film, see how he got better, see how he can get better at least. And, for me, it's just being that guy, being vocal, being my second year in the Missouri Valley now. I kind of knew it was going to be a physical game. They pounded inside and they're going to the rim, so I kind of knew what to expect. So I was just trying to tell them, be physical and, wall ups and just try and be a good rebounder for us. So just got to continue to keep being vocal.
I asked you a question, Jarrett, about how it really starts defensively for you guys and how it can help you offensively. But in the later stages of the first half and second half, you guys did go on a run late in the second half to at least cut into it. But what offensively is the hang-up to where that needs to get fixed for you guys to get where you need to go?
Yeah, I think, Coach, he told us, a couple of possessions. I felt it too, sitting on the bench and on the court. We were just too stagnant. Like, we just didn't have any, movement, guys taking in more than 5 dribbles. The defense just kind of sitting there looking at us, and that's way too easy. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get great shots in college basketball. You got to be able to move the ball and move, cut, set a screen, go offensive rebound. I felt we were just too stagnant and kind of just let it kind of snowball in that second half a little bit, and that's not us. We got to look in the mirror and look in the film and see how we can get better, because I thought we played really well. That was us who we were in the first half, and in the second half we just got to continue to be us.
How do you maximize this time, Jarrett, of more so making sure your walkthroughs are crisp and sharp, and what you guys can take away from those? Because now when you get in a situation where you're going to play again on Wednesday, have another game, then 2 straight on the road with Illinois State and Belmont, there's not going to be necessarily a ton of hard practice time and hours.
Yeah.
How do you make sure as a leader, and for you guys, you still make sure your time is well used, especially through those walkthroughs that you can get?
Yeah, I feel like, it's going to take a lot of maturity from the older guys, me and, Ali and, Mo, he's the older guy, I say. So just some maturity from the leaders, just kind of focus. And this is the walkthroughs and the practices that we may not be, going full contact. That's where we're going to win the game. We got to be locked in on their sets and the scout and watching film and just our walkthroughs before the game, because that's going to help us win. So just being a mature team, not, just being locked in on what we have to do to win the game.
Thanks, Jarrett. Appreciate the time, brother.
Appreciate it.
Once again, that was Jarrett Hensley, our Marion Toyota Player of the Game, where you always get our best price right up front. Marion Toyota, best price, best place, a better way to buy a car. Paxton Guy with our final scoreboard update when we come back.